Hey Ninja Warriors, welcome to Warrior Wednesday. It's September 1st. First day of September. Just got a tornado warning on my phone just literally a minute before I hopped on live. And I'm like, oh, tornado warning. Awesome. Why not? So it's raining cats and dogs here on the East Coast. So wherever you are, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're tuning on here live, say hello, say what's up, give yourself some hearts. Let me see you. Let me feel your energy. When you catch the replay, comment with hashtag Encore. Let me know you were here so that I can acknowledge you and thank you for tuning in. So, quick question for you. Are you experiencing overwhelm right now? Are you in a space where you feel you have a lot going on, very little time? Are you in that conversation like, oh, come on, oh my God, I had like all these things going on in my life and I have very little time. There's no time in the day. Does that sound like you? Does it ring a bell? Does it sound familiar? You know what I'm saying? What would it be like for you to be in control and in charge of your time instead of time being in control of you? How would that shift for you? Hey, Mark, thanks for tuning in. Awesome, Mark. Great to see ya. So what would you do differently if you were in control of your time versus time being in control of you and you're feeling that you're out of control and you're overwhelmed in the space of lack of productivity, if you will. So, right? So again, it's September 1st. Believe it or not, guys, the end of the quarter, end of Q3 ends the end of this month, the end of September. Believe it or not, time is zipping by really, really quickly, as I'm sure you are experiencing up until this point. So what do you want to create? What do you want to create before the end of the quarter? Are you clear on that? Are you committed to that? Where is that going? So I'm excited today because I'm going to support you with some ideas on how you can release overwhelm and actually take charge of your time and actually be in a space where you are in control of your time, also in control of your schedule versus the other way around. Because in my experience, it's very, very disempowering when you feel like you're out of control versus being in control. If you agree with me on that, say yes, I feel you, I agree with you. And you may not agree with me, and that's okay. And if you don't, let me know as well. All right. So with that being said, we're going to jump right in. So first of all, I want to say something about overwhelm because a lot of people say that they're overwhelmed. I hear that even from clients. I hear it from friends. I hear it from people that I'm connected with, and they'll say something like, I'm overwhelmed. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm frustrated, or whatever that conversation is, right? And so I want you to actually connect with what that means for you because everyone has a different interpretation and also different experience of what overwhelm is. I'm going to share a couple quick quotes with you guys, and then I'm going to jump right in and give you some ideas on how you can release overwhelm so you can create the time and space to have that mental clarity for you to create what you're here to create. So if that excites you, say yes, okay? So I can feel your energy, all right? So a couple of anonymous quotes. I'm going to start with the first one. It says, almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. Ha! Ha ha ha. Words of wisdom, right? So you can, if you unplug or when you unplug, you know, like when we have our electronic devices and we do live in the into electronic age, right? The technical age, right? So we're always inundated with information. We're in the information age, basically, is that's the time that we're in, right? Not industrial. We're in the information and technology age. So we're inundated constantly with information and data and all that stuff, and that can create overwhelm. If you feel me, say yes, right? And so when you unplug, even when you unplug a phone, unplug a device, it resets it. And that includes you unplugging yourself. So that's the first quote. Second thing is, don't let the entire staircase overwhelm you. Just focus on that first step. A lot of times we look at the big picture and then we get inundated and overwhelmed with like, oh my God, I gotta do all these things. But really just look at the first step. When you look at the first step and you break it down into smaller chunks, that's going to support you in letting go of the overwhelm and being intentional in what you're here to create. So, you know the quote, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? So not that anyone would eat an elephant, you know what I'm saying? All right, so here's what you do. First of all, to support you to get clarity and release that overwhelm. So number one is connect with what overwhelm means to you. What is it? What is that experience for you? How do you show up when you're overwhelmed? What do? Do you hide? Do you shut down? Do you retaliate? Do you rebel? Like, I don't know. What do you do? How does overwhelm manifest for you? What is that experience for you? And it would be cool for you to share so you can see what other people's shares are. So we can get connected. Like for me, when I get overwhelmed, overwhelmed. I'm in like frantic energy when I'm overwhelmed. Like I'm like lots of like frantic energy. That's how overwhelm shows up for me personally. So any one of my controllers who are like frantic energy, like that, that's me. All right. That's how it shows up for me. All right. Just sharing, being honest with you. All right. So what does that look like for you? I want to hear. Second thing is, what's causing you to be in this space of overwhelm? Get curious. What is it? What is it that's creating this overwhelm for you? What is that? What area of life? How often do you find yourself being overwhelmed? Is that a pattern for you? Where else does it show up? Is it showing up in one area? Does it show up in a lot of areas? Like, get so curious on how that manifests for you, and look for patterns. And also, my question for you right now is, what is the number one source of your overwhelm right now? What is that for you? If you can comment so I can support you, that'd be awesome, because I'm committed to supporting you. All right. So what is that for you? Okay. Number 3, you get to hit the reset button. Yay! So remember, we talked about unplugging. So this is an opportunity for you to reset. So commit to hitting that reset button and do something that nourishes your mind, heart, spirit, soul. Do something that fills you up, that fills your cup up. Everyone has a different experience of what that looks like. So what is that for you? So hit that reset button. Again, unplug. When you unplug, you actually slow down. You slow down your cadence. You get connected. You get grounded. And you also focus on taking care of yourself. And so for me, when I unplug, one of the ways I unplug is I take a spa day. And so literally, I'll just take a day. I'm not going to be on my computer or on my phone or anything like that. I'm going to be completely connected either to the experience, or I'll go out in nature, go at a park or some forest or whatever for a walk, and get dialed in to that experience and get really connected to nature. Nature nourishes my soul personally. That's how I unplug. All right. So these are a few things. And also, you want to be gentle with yourself. You want to be kind and gentle with yourself. One thing I want to say about self-care is there is a book about self-care for different signs. Now, you guys know how I am with horoscope signs. I'm an Aquarius. I have clients that have different signs, from Scorpios, Pisces, Geminis. So many Scorpios, Sagittarius. I have like almost all the signs I work with, And so there is a book, if you go on Amazon, it says self-care for, and you look up your sign. So if you're a Gemini, you would look that up for you, okay? It's an audiobook. You can get the audiobook version. It's a very quick read, and it'll help you get grounded on what is relevant for you based on your star sign. Okay, that's something I actually have my clients focus on, as I ask them to buy that book, listen to it, and connect with some self-care things that fuel their souls. All right, Libras. I also work with a lot of Libras as well. All right, so just saying, I'm just thinking of all my beautiful clients. So here's your mission for this week, guys, and we're gonna wrap up. So here's your mission. So your mission for this week is number 1, if I can find it here, I know I had it here, is get dialed in to what the number 1 thing that's overwhelming you right now. What is that for you? What is your number 1 thing that's overwhelming you right now? Comment below. Let me know. Let me support you. Second thing, commit to hitting that reset button. So what does that look like for you to nourish yourself? Nourish your mind, heart, soul, spirit. You could definitely check out the book about self-care for your sign, okay? And connect with that. And then number 3, if you actually are looking to have a breakthrough in releasing overwhelm, you can comment below. This is coming up. I'm just feeling this energy. You can comment with #resilient, and I will connect with you and see how I can support you. All right. Thanks for tuning in to Warrior Wednesday. I'll see you next week. I know we hopped on a little later today. I had a shift of scheduling. However, I am was committed to connecting with you no matter what today. All right. So I'll see you next week. Same time, same station, Warrior Wednesday. 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific. We're just going later today for another reason, but I'll see you next week. Bye. Have an awesome day. Bye.